The NGFS was started a bit more than 5 years ago by 8 central bank and supervisors who came to the view that they had to consider climate change in the context, because and within their mandates, and that it would be a lot easier for them to actually collaborate to develop what they needed to mainstream climate change into their daily business operations. I think the combination of both the rationale for developing climate action on one end, also the collaborative dimension, and finally the realization of climate change really unfolding upon us, get the attention of a number of central banks and supervisors all across the globe, so that the network has now grown to a bit more than 125 members in the past 5 years. I think it's a combination of challenges. First one is be ambitious, consider climate change as it is on one end. Second one is be consistent with what you're doing, what you're meant to do. And the third one is start from where you are and don't wait any longer to actually start to develop your climate action. And that is making the first step difficult. But once you've taken the first step, it's actually becoming a lot easier. Not because the issues are becoming easier to address, but because you're in motion, and that now you can actually start to develop your action plan, your strategy, your roadmap, whatever, in a dynamic way. So the NGFS macro-financial scenarios are actually a very important project to the NGFS membership and beyond, because it is underpinning a number of activities, scenario analysis, stress testing, informing supervisory expectation, looking into transition plans, and so on. So it's very important. At the same time, it's also a very difficult endeavor, and something that the NGFS decided to address very pragmatically. So over the years, we've been updating, improving, and refining the scenarios. In the last vintage, we made some progress into bringing sectorial granularity into the scenarios and improving the regional disaggregation. That's still something that we are working on for the next vintage of the scenarios. And we are very much working toward additional sectoral granularity, better regional representativeness, and also looking at the short end of the scenarios, the short-term scenarios, so as to be able to bridge the gap between these scenarios and the usual supervisory climate stress test.